Actually finished buying is a company called CNH, which stands for Case Newhall, and they make tractors and combines. A couple dollars of earnings on the next upcycle, and maybe you get 10 or 11 times that, in which case the stock could double over the next couple.
Billionaire investor David Einhorn has just loaded up on this cyclical stock. So who is David Einhorn? David Einhorn is a billionaire hedge fund and activist investor with an estimated net worth of $1.4 billion. He runs Greenlight Capital, a value and activist investing firm with $2.4 billion of assets under management. Now, the interesting thing with his fund is it only has 39 stocks. Now, this is pretty concentrated compared to other hedge funds and investment management firms. So I actually take this as a positive because it means he usually does a lot deeper research, him and his analyst team, into specific special situations in stocks. And thus this offers an opportunity for investors like you guys watching. So why should you care and continue watching this video? Well, we live in crazy times. In the words of billionaire investor Warren Buffett, be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. Now, right now, it's pretty clear that despite the craziness happening in the world, we have a lot of greed happening also. We have crypto at record highs. We have meme coins popping left, right, and center. Now, these assets are fair game if you have them as a small percentage of your portfolio. But as we've seen in the past, when market conditions change, often people can be left with extra scan. So I don't want that to happen to you guys. And that's why in this video, we're going to cover a cyclical safe play, you might call it. And this could be a safe haven if these times of chaos that we live in continue to grow. Now, we have the Russia-Ukraine situation. We have tensions between China and Taiwan. We have tariffs being proposed by President Trump. We have a lot of uncertainty in the world. And that is why it's good to listen and follow the smart money, the best hedge funds in the world, and see how they are investing during these times. So with that being said, my name's Ben. Welcome to Motivation to Invest. As we can see right here, David Einhorn has been loading up on this stock, and he has over 7 million shares at the time of writing. Now, his price range of purchase was between $9.45 per share and $11.33 per share.
Once told me that you pay a high multiple for trough earnings and a lower multiple for peak earnings. So I think here the trough earnings are a little bit north of $1 per share, and the stock is about 10. So we're about 10 times trough earnings. And in a market where the PE on average is about 23, that seems really pretty good.
It's currently up 20% since his purchase, and that is mainly due to what's called the David Einhorn effect. Similar to the Warren Buffett effect, when Buffett invests into a stock and it's made public via an SEC filing, the stock tends to pop. Now, that doesn't mean the stock doesn't have a lot of room to run. I personally think it still has lots of potential, and so does David Einhorn. Okay, so CNH Industrial. This is the second largest manufacturer of agricultural machinery and the leader in machine automation and precision technologies. It's also a pioneer in alternative propulsion. Now, a lot of you guys won't know this about me, but a long time ago, I actually worked for one of their competitors, JCB. And although they may seem like boring farming machinery companies, these companies are actually pretty innovative. So for example, this must have been 8 to 10 years ago. They used to have an autonomous tractor, which could actually be set to go across a certain area of farmland autonomously without a driver. Now, this is way before Tesla's autonomous vehicles. So, and as Buffett would say, farmland is the best investment one can make. Now, if we go back to 2023 from their annual report, we see they had revenues of a staggering $24.7 billion. And they have a diversification, 74% primarily in agriculture, 16% construction, and 10% in financial services. Now, as David Einhorn stated, this is a cyclical play, which means we're currently going through a cyclical downturn in the earnings. Okay, so diving into the company's latest earnings. Now, this was released the third quarter of 2024, release date November the 7th. Third quarter consolidated revenue declined by 22% amidst the lower industry demand. Third quarter EPS, earnings per share, at 24 cents per share. Now, I listened to the earnings call for this company, and according to the CEO on the cyclical point, the depressed commodity prices continue to weigh on farm income and sentiment remains muted. Now, in terms of tech, because you guys know I like to cover the tech, so in August, the company launched what's called Field Ops, a management system for the farming industry. Now, this was developed in-house, which is surprising, and it allows farmers to have a web and mobile platform that gives farmers the ability to monitor their equipment, whether it's their brand, CNH, or other brands. Now, this is a really interesting area because a lot of the VC venture capital industry generally is focused on tech, e-commerce companies, and the traditional industries have often been left behind. There's actually a really good company at the moment called Samsara, which is founded by the founders of Cisco Meraki, and they're actually doing extremely well in the logistics industry. So it's pretty clear that embedding tech into traditional industries is a clear market opportunity. Now, the company does have a super strong dividend, and they reaffirmed their policy with 25 to 35% of adjusted net income going back to shareholders like you guys, potentially. The company is also making a lot of share repurchases and buybacks. So the company has purchased over 100 million shares since January 2023, reducing the share count by 7%. Now, the company does still have a high stock with its dealers of inventory, and it needs to reduce that over time in order to sell through new vehicles in the future. So how long will this cyclical cycle last? Well, the fact is, nobody does know exactly. The same thing happened with the chip industry. Remember with you guys, I covered NVIDIA a while back during the cyclical downturn, and then now it's rebounded and it's one of the largest companies in the world. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen here because it's not an AI play, but the cyclical fundamentals remain the same. Okay, guys, if you look at this chart here, you can see that the cyclical cycle actually tends to decline for between 1 and 3 years before rebounding. So I'm guessing that's going to be a similar state of affairs that we see this time. Okay, so should you invest in CNH Industrial? Well, this all depends upon your investment strategy and portfolio style. However, if you want a safe haven hedge against a lot of maybe speculative assets that might be in your portfolio or even crypto, and you want something to balance that out with a cash flowing, high dividend and buybacks and a potential double in share price, then this stock could be for you. But like all videos, guys, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research and don't invest anything that you can't afford to lose. With that being said, if you found value in this video, please subscribe to the channel for more investing updates and analysis. Comment below your thoughts and what you want to see more of. If you want me to cover maybe more crypto or more traditional stocks like this, let me know your thoughts and hit that thumbs up button also if you found value in the video to help with the algorithm. Have a great rest of your day and good luck in the markets.